Your word of the year. If you haven't selected your word of the year yet, this is your quick why, what, how on how to get that all done. 2024 is a critical year to have a word of the year. And even if you're watching this after the year has started, there is always a good time to jump in and get a word of the year. After all, it serves a purpose. And we're going to talk about what that purpose is right now. A couple of years ago, I stepped into the science behind the word of the year and I was converted. So every year now, I get and use my word of the year. Over 11 months ago, we had 20 women here and they came, some of them saying, I have no idea what the word of the year is. Some came because they were like, I think I know what my word of the year is. And others were like, I absolutely know what my word of the year is. And after 4 hours of introspection and breath work and meditation, they all found their perfect word of the year. And what was so funny is 95% of them came away with a different word than when they came. Sometimes to tell you what the word of the year is, it's easier to tell you what it isn't. It is not goals and resolutions. It is the overarching theme for the year, or what I like to call it's your slogan for the year. It's your tagline. And how effective is a slogan? Well, let's visit a couple of those slogans. Let's take Steve Jobs. Do you remember when he came up with Think Different? That became like the ethos, the overarching theme of Apple. When they went to develop new products, it was Think Different. When they went to market, it was Think Different. So those became the guidance words for Apple. And Nike, Just Do It. Not only is that a catchy brand awareness for years and years, but it really connotes a feeling of action and movement. And I think of like Martin Luther King. Do you remember when he had his I have a dream? And that became like a vision for freedom and equality in the United States. So even just a few words can imbue so much power, so much emphasis, and so much focus when we choose the ones that resonate with us. Okay, I'm not asking you to launch a brand campaign, but I am saying that the word or your words of the year could actually become your slogan, your motivator, your cheerleader. It's the theme. It's your gymnastics spotter, if you want to use that analogy. So 2024, if you've never done it before, is your time to do your word of the year. So a word of the year can be a noun, it can be a verb, but you need to have an emotional attachment to it. You might be thinking, why? Well, it's just a word. No, words with intention are like putting lighter fuel on a fire, right? It has more power. And when it resonates with you, you feel it in your heart. Let me give you an example. Some powerful words might be like resilience or courage or empower. But other powerful words might be like serenity and harmony and peace. Remember, this is an overarching guidance word that's used to support the different areas of your life. Let me give you an example. A couple of years ago, I was pondering and meditating on my word, and a word came in, and I was like, is that my word? I don't like that word. Redo, I want a different one. So I asked again. Same word came in. I was like, no, I didn't want that one. Why? Well, it seemed like it was going to be hard, but once I started applying it to my year, it was the perfect word. 2022, my word was execute. So when I had projects and work that I needed to get done, it was execute there, guiding me. When I had things I needed to do for my children and with my children, it was execute. When I had financial things to understand, it was execute. When I had health and wellness goals and steps that I had carved out for myself, it was execute. It was perfect. And then in 2023, I got a different one. It was blossom. When I applied that to my goals in the different areas, my relationships, I was to blossom in those relationships. When it came to my family, blossom with them. When it came to projects I was working on, blossom there. Health and wellness, blossom there. So you can see there is power in having this guidance word or this slogan that really supports those things that you want to have happen for your year. And it's so amazing how the perfect word emerges. Somebody asked me, well, what if I don't resonate it after I picked it? Pick a new word. It's your word and it has to mean something to you. But let me tell you something. The universe wants to give you a word. So how do I go about choosing a word? Well, let's do some introspection. And I'm just going to give you 6 quick questions. Just write down a little bullet word so you can remember what it is, or you can rewind this and listen. But these things will help you come up with common themes. And from that, you can extrapolate out a word or words. First question, what were your proudest achievements last year? Proudest achievements. Second, what were the most significant challenges you faced? Challenges. What did you learn from those challenges? Is the third question. Fourth is, what activities and experiences brought the most growth to you last year? The fifth is, so what do I want more of next year? And the sixth, what do I want less of? So in selecting your word, ponder the responses to those questions that I just asked you and see if there's a common theme that comes up. Journal your thoughts out so you have a record of it. You could also talk to others and say, hey, if you had a word of the year, guidance word, a slogan, what would that word be? And hear what they have to say. And it's interesting, you're not going to copy their words, but what you might find out is that it kind of opens up your thought process to something even more expansive. So that's kind of fun. It may help you think out of the box, or you can do the Zen experience. Hot tub, some candles, lights out, kids are in bed, pondering, breath work, asking the universe, what would be my word? Now, I do that through meditation, but doesn't that sound fun? But hey, if you've got a family, get them involved in it, right? So I have a fun little game that they can play in episode number 6 and also in episode number 54. But you can involve your family. Do like a word of the year for the family, kind of like a mission word, right? And then everyone will have their own individual words depending on what they have going on in their life. It's a great way to have an activity where you're actually setting individual and family goals together. Have fun with that. Have fun with that. And if you want a list of over 300 words that you can choose from, go to the show notes and there is a link to be able to get a free PDF. And then you go through and circle the ones that you resonate with and then step back from it and go back and forth and see which one resonates with your heart. But you have to set aside some time, and it doesn't have to be a lot, to be able to get your word or words or your slogan. Then what do you do with it? Well, you put it everywhere. You put it on the computer, on the screen of your phone, and post-it notes. Write it in dry erase on your mirror. Put it on your water bottle. Put it on notes that you put in different drawers all over the house. But have it visual as that reminder, that guidance beacon for your year to kind of support you in those goals that we're going to set. Next week, you come back. I've got some ideas on how we're going to do fast goal setting for 2024. But now you're going to imbue that word with emotion. The science of frequency and power increases when you add emotion to words, either spoken or thought. So that's a quick snapshot of the word of the year. It's not complicated. And when you still yourself for a minute, you might be sitting there and all of a sudden that word is just going to pop into your head. So what word will guide you through 2024? You have a week to select your word, then come on back and I'll help you set some goals and I'll show you how to apply that word. And I'll reveal to you what my new word is for 2024. I'm really pretty excited about it. I can't wait to share my word, and I hope you'll share your word down in the comments. Let's get some ideas going. and go back to episode number 6 and number 54 if you want more information on background on the word of the year. And if you want life skills for you and your family, check out Level Up. It's an empowerment program for your team and for the team and all of us. So we just want to help. So check out our website and see if you want to be a part of our community. As always, we are creators and we create the life we want to have. Have fun with the word of the year. Come on back next week and we'll set some goals and have an amazing week. Tally ho, my friends.